It's California Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance, and we are joined by Jeff Kellogg. He is the president of the Long Beach Community College District. A lot of news in community colleges lately. It's quite remarkable. I want to speak about President Obama's proposal. He talked about it in the State of the Union. He talked about it before the State of the Union to provide free community college for essentially anyone that wants it.
Yeah, it's a little bit back to the future, because when I attended Long Beach City College
Right.
decades ago, it was free.
Right.
It's an interesting proposal. He's been pushing that. He did an event back east at a community college.
In Tennessee, right?
The challenge is going to be because community colleges are different in every state. California is the largest system in the world, actually, with over 2.5 million students. But we're $46 a unit. We're cheaper than most other community colleges.
We're the cheapest.
We
The
average,
cheapest.
The average price for a community college in the United States is about $3,300, but California is probably half of that. So we are definitely cheaper. It still has not been fleshed out as far as the details, but the concept is to give students everywhere a free education. Now the question is going to be, well, why not just extend the Pell Grants, which is the federal funding that we receive, and many of our students at Long Beach City College in particular are already on financial aid.
Yeah, I understand that in California, about half of all community college students already receive waivers. But from what I hear, one of the plans that the president is floating is that the feds would pay about 75% and the states would pay about 25%. What do you think of that proposal?
Well, the state is probably going to wonder why they're going to be, well, here's going to be a challenge as an elected official. Right now we get our funding through the state of California, through the legislative process. Our concern is, will the state of California then look and say, well, maybe we're going to change the funding formula where we may, instead of sending you the money for your college, we may do things differently now. So it is still up in the air. It is great to hear community colleges is at the center of the discussion, because we've always said we're probably the strongest provider of helping people improve their lives through education.
And in a lot of ways, it's really becoming quite popular to attend community college. You know, when we were younger, many kids would attend community college because, you know, maybe they fell off path. Maybe you fell off path. I don't know if you did. But that wasn't necessarily the first choice. But now a lot of kids, very bright, very intelligent, start at community college. It's less expensive. They can live at home, and then they transfer. You know, it's a common story.
Well, it's great. And just for the record, I went there to play freshman football, and that was it. So before I headed off to University of Oregon. But it was a great experience, and the point you made is a good one. And that community college is a great opportunity for everyone to improve their lives. And the fact that what we have here in the system in California with 112 community colleges, it's going to be interesting how it all plays out. But again, if we just want more funding from the federal government and the state, we will take care of that.
Well, let me ask you though, how do you think it will play out? Do you think that this proposal will gain any traction? It's a Republican Congress, a Republican Senate. The president had a proposal a couple of years ago for universal preschool for 4-year-olds. That didn't go anywhere. And there was a Democratic Senate back then.
Yeah. A quick answer, do I think it'll move forward? The answer is no.
You don't?
I don't. I think there's too many other issues in front of the president and the Congress at this time. But again, as long as they keep talking about it, you have, as Vice President Biden's wife is a community college advocate. So there's always the time to have this discussion. And we jokingly say at Long Beach City College, we should have trademarked the college promise, because that's the term the president used. And again, anytime someone is talking about community college, that's a positive. But as far as the details on this, I think there's too many hurdles right now. But if we can get more funding, we're always open for that, obviously.
Also big news here in California with regard to community colleges. As you know, last year, State Senator Marty Block was a big advocate of a bill that ultimately passed. It allows 15 community colleges to offer a bachelor's degree. And in consultation with the UC system, the CSU system, the Community College Foundation, they got together, and the 15 community colleges have been announced.
Yes.
Long Beach City is not one of them. Long Beach City did not apply to be one of them.
That's correct. And because of our location to Long Beach State University, or Cal State University Long Beach, whichever trademark you want to call that. It is interesting, the ones that have been selected, and they're interesting programs. They will sunset in 2023, I
Right.
believe. And they'll have checks to see how they progress. But around Long Beach, there are some interesting programs.
Right.
The one Cypress College, which is not too far away from here, they are, if you people know the area, they have many cemeteries, and they're looking to have a 4-year degree with mortuary services.
So what our viewers should remember is that as part of the bill that was passed, the community colleges that were part of this program, they could not offer a major that was offered by any UC or any CSU throughout the state. Even if that CSU was in Northern California and it was a San Diego community college that wanted to offer it, no.
Right.
It had to be a major never offered by any or not offered by any of the two other institutions.
Mortuary services, by the way, I think there's a college in Oklahoma that
Okay.
offers it. So they've met that criteria.
So what do you make of that, though, this restriction? I've heard a lot of folks be very angry that, for example, nursing couldn't be offered because we know we need nurses.
Right. Well, it's because the community college can take a lot of that. They did, though, a dental hygiene up at Foothill de
Yes.
Anza, which is up in the San Jose area, Santa Clara, San Jose area, and they're close to Stanford, but that's,
West LA has a dental hygiene program. There is Skyline College with respiratory therapy, San Diego Mesa with health information technology, Modesto College respiratory, a lot of medical. You can see biomanufacturing at Maricosta.
Right.
So there's no doubt that and also at Crafton Hills, there's the Emergency Services Allied Health. So medical services clearly were the
And
winner here.
Rio Hondo, I believe, is the one that has automotive technology
That's right.
because of where they're situated. It's going to be interesting how this program works out. Now, again, the cost to get a 4-year degree through this program will be about $10,000.
For 4 years.
For 4 years.
That's quite a bargain.
It is. The question is going to be, though, is how valuable is that degree? Does that really get you a job, help your career, and so
Well,
on?
what do you think? I mean, 21 other states have bachelors at community colleges. Are our employers so, I'll just say, snobbish that they won't appreciate a bachelor's from Rio Hondo College or Cypress College?
I don't know. I think the areas that they're specialized in, obviously the more educated you are, the better trained you are,
Right.
the better you're going to be. Hopefully you'll be paid better. So I think it's a very interesting program for the largest community college system in the country, and we'll see how it plays out. It's just people may wonder why we did not get involved, and the primary reason was the fact with our working relationship with Cal State University of Long Beach.
At the same time, as part of the pilot, these 15 technically could start this fall.
Yes.
Do you anticipate that any will?
I believe they will.
Really?
I think some were ramping up very quickly on when I was talking to, as you know, I work
Right.
professionally for many colleges throughout the state of California, and there were some that were ramping up in preparation of this. Now they have to go through all the curriculum, faculty
Right.
hires, et cetera, but in some cases, there's one at Shasta College, for
Right.
example, what they're looking to do, and there's nothing else around there, so they were getting prepared to really embark on this quickly.
I want to go back to the issue of duplicative majors. This notion that if the UC or CSU system in any institution offers a major, the community college cannot. Is that a provision that should be revisited? I think about Long Beach City. I think about Riverside Community College. I mean, they have nursing programs that are really quite well reputed, second to none. And, in some ways, one could argue it's a shame that they can't offer those nursing degrees as bachelors because so many institutions require bachelors. They require masters for nurses at this stage.
Yeah.
So do you believe that this is something that should be or could be revisited?
Well, I think it will possibly depend on the success of these 15 programs and what effect they do have on the workforce. Actually, the chancellor of San Diego, and where the author of this bill came from, was also represented from San Diego. So she said it was really more of a workforce, a jobs program, more than it is an education program. And I think the time will see how it does happen.
But
whenever you work with the different with Cal State and the UC system, there's a tremendous amount of interaction among the faculty members and their interests. And demanding the quality of the education too, in fairness to the faculty members. That's what really they're looking for.
But it's not as if the CSU system or UC system needs students. I mean, they're rejecting students every single year. Long Beach, Cal State, Long Beach, San Diego State, well, like 70,000 applicants this year.
And the trickle down on the
Right.
community college system in the past, during the worst of the recession times, it was almost 500,000 students were being rejected from community college because there was no ability to have them.
So could this be revisited sooner rather than later?
Well, the audit is taking place actually in a few years, so they're actually going to have 2 audits between now and when it sunsets in 2023.
He is Jeff Kellogg. He is the president of the Long Beach Community College District. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks for watching California Edition. Couldn't remember the name of the show.